Hi there, this is Rue. I'd like to speak to you about how we go into our hearts and how we find out who we are on the inside. And as I say this, I find that a lot of people are in fear around the planet and everyone's worried about the virus. And yes, we know the virus is a killer and it has taken so many lives and it is fastly moving into other cities and areas, and it's fastly becoming worldwide issue, and we all have to take precautions and take very feeble interest in ourselves. So we have to listen to what the news says and what the guidelines say about protecting ourselves. And here today we tell you that with these kind of issues of diseases and tsunamis and natural disasters and deaths that we are all experiencing, this brings about a very high volume of pain on the inside of our hearts. So the pain sits on our chest. And this pain then becomes very tumulous and very dissolving in our ether. Our ether is our soul. And hence, being a soul and being an ether being, we need to know that we have to be always calm and relaxed and calm and poised, because our soul is a very calm space. Our soul is a very calm entity. And the entity called the soul, or the presence perceiving to be internal, is very quiet and very subtly in the background guiding you. And the ego is more in control at the moment in majority of human beings around the planet, that is doing more of the guidance and the controlling. And that is fine, because the ego is very valuable and is needed to help you get through this phase called the human race. And we say that these viruses that come upon the earth, and disasters and deaths that come along your path, your planet, is just there as a means of recycling your earth. And we don't mean to sound cold in any way, but it's just a form of taking out the old and bringing in the new. And we know that there are also children amongst these deaths. And we tell you these children are very safe. For in their heart and in their soul, they come for a shorter period, and they know that their leaving has something to do with their evolution. So a death symbolizes an evolution. So when you see someone die, you must actually honor the person, because the person is actually moved on into a more higher state of being. So the person has actually overcome this level of experience. And the person is now moving forward in their lives, in their etheric, harmonious lives, to gain more experiences beyond. So a death cannot be seen as something that's hurtful or painful. A death must be seen as something that is evolved and revolutionized for that particular being. So when we see all the death and destruction around the planet, yes, death is not acceptable and loved by many, and we'd love for everyone to all stay alive and be happy and healthy, but that's not how evolution works. Evolution is co-creating and destructing and re-evolving in the form of beings. And in such a process, this event called euthanasia and etheric heartbeat of the pulse. You are all pulses. We'll talk about that later, but you are all pulses, you are lights. And this evolution of pulses then bring you into a next vision of who you should be, which is eternal bliss. And this means that you need to be bliss on this planet for you to evolve calmly and preciously into the next phase of your life. So as you see all these viruses and destructions and natural disasters and killings and killings and killings and murders going on this planet, and just death is what we just smell at the moment. We tell you, do not see it as pain, see it as hurt. Yes, it's hurt, and it's going to stay with those that are alive and those that are here to experience their full existence on earth. And thus, my dears, brings us to another topic of concern, being the heart within. The heart within is where we must all go to be a whole human being, a complete human being, a complete loving being who is here to love others and share with others, because that is what energy is. Energy is here to share. We are here to share and care with one another, not hurt each other. We're not here to hurt each other. And yet there's so much of hurt going on this planet. And should you all learn that love is the way to be and peace is the way to be, if you teach this at your schools from a kindergarten level, you will achieve what you are looking for, and that is peace on planet. Your aim is to be harming everyone and hurting everyone and deceiving everyone and stealing from everyone, and this is your nature. You come here as a being of love and you seek love. Everyone is looking for love. Who isn't looking for love? Tell me. I'm looking for love, but I found my love, and my love is within me. And you are all seeking for love, and this love exists within. And this love is known to be the light and the Lord of who you are. You are Lord. Know that there is nothing higher than you. There's nothing bigger than you. There is only love. And with this, we'd like to conclude and tell you that your knowing is here to be peace. And on this path of life, one has to know that we all have to walk in the path of honor and duty and care towards our fellow human beings, and give only love and share only peace and share only caring help. The help needs to come, for there's many that is suffering on your planet. Many are suffering. We need to help them all. Care for your cash and care for your wash, but you're needing to be caring for the poor is most important on your list of abilities. Every morning you wake up, the first thing you must worry about is, how is the unemployed man living? Are they coping? Do they have a plate of food for their monthly meals, for their monthly meals? Do they have their meals? Do they have their bed? Do they have their shelter? It's something you need to think about. And when you go to work, you need to discuss it with your co-workers and your boss, and let them all know that, you know what, it's time we took our work aside and thought a little bit about our underprivileged. And with that, we thank you, and we hope to do another video shortly. Take care. Be well.